Happy Saturday, y'all. Saturday. So I've never understood this when she's not showing us like local restaurants or um kind of better restaurants or whatever. When she does the fast food shit, I just don't even get it. Like, why do you think people don't know what Wendy's is like? You know, like a burger at Wendy's. By the way, I have not eaten at Wendy's since roughly 2008. Because the only thing on the menu, if they still have it, that I would order there would be the baked potato. They have some stuffed baked potatoes, but that's it. And they have some side salads. But their burgers are disgusting. And so Chantel, when I said, if you're not, hi Dan, happy Saturday. So Chantel, when I said yesterday that if you're throwing the diet out, then you should try Cincinnati chili. It's called four-way chili, and it's on spaghetti, and it has cheese and onions, right? Very next day, she goes to Wendy's and gets chili cheese fries with jalapenos. She's fucking hilarious in the way that she listens to us but doesn't do it exactly. she doesn't she doesn't just like when Rose Thorne is like, I never see you pick up toilet paper. She picked up napkins, like 6,000 fucking napkins. But she didn't pick up any TP. She said they don't use toilet paper, you guys, because they have the bidets. I would think that you're still going to be wet after you use a bidet, but I understand, girl, you can't reach your ass, right? Can't reach your ass, and so that might be a bit of a challenge. There might be some sort of device, kind of like a back cleaner, a back scratcher, something that you could get so that you could get under there, girl, and clean your naughty bits because that is some fucking nonsense that you don't even buy toilet paper. You don't even fucking buy toilet. So wild, you guys. So anyway, she had chili cheese fries with a bunch of jalapenos on it. She had chicken nuggets that were had some sort of spicy sauce with it, and she had a single patty burger, and she fucking powered through that meal. Like it was, this was a speed race for her. She's like, she was powering through that fucking meal. And the other thing is, she said, well, I was just so hungry. I don't know, dude. Even when I'm hungry, generally bite one is enough to get me calmed down so I can enjoy my meal. She also has kind of changed up where she's putting her lapel microphone so that it is. She must have a new feeder who is supplementing her income, if you know what I mean. Allegedly. Because the last couple of mukbangs she's done, she has had her microphone in a place where uh, the mouth noises are absolutely disgusting. Yes, I am Miss Mara. Mrs. Mara. My apologies. Um, she's done something with her mic to make it so that you're hearing every crunch, every mouth noise while she's eating. Somebody is fucking paying her to do that, right? Because it wasn't like that before. Like sometimes it was bad, but it's never been this bad before. And this is why I'm not going to cover the video. I will not cover the video because it's fucking disgusting, and I wouldn't be surprised if it gets flagged and taken down by YouTube at this point because it's so gross. You guys, so fucking gross, especially the way she rebranded her channel to say food is life, I'm all about food, but she also keeps tagging her videos as though she is on a weight loss journey, and she's recovering from BED and shit like that. So she's trying to trick the algorithms to get right in there for people who are looking for information on, um, surviving eating EDs. Um, I hate how she closes her eyes when she takes a bite. She's doing this on purpose, Mrs. Mara. Somebody is paying her because she's purposely trying to sexualize it. Mmm, 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 mmm. Right? That's she's trying to sexualize eating. And she's also obviously not enjoying what she's doing at all because she's powering through it very quickly, right? She's not taking her time at all. She clearly did not want to do that Wendy's mukbang at all. Like she fucking ate that shit so fast. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, um, it's like if you had a relative and you saw them going down a deep, dark path and you wanted to help, but you simply can't. Like, there's nothing you can do to intervene or help. Um, and you're just watching them be absolutely miserable in what they're doing. And it's so sad. It's so sad to watch this. But anyway, she on day 2 has stuck to what she said, which is that she is only going to talk about food. She did bring up some sort of TV show. I don't know if she did this as a live stream or not because she was talking like she was expecting people to talk, like respond back to her. Um, but apparently didn't get a response because she was talking about some sort of TV show that she's watching or movie or something, some sort of series. I think she eats so fast because she doesn't want Salah to know she was ordering again. That could be as well, although I'm fairly certain Salah is in control of the money, and so he knows exactly what she's eating. I don't think that's really the what's going on there. Um, I think she has a side gig with feeders that are allegedly paying her on the side to do very specific things publicly on her YouTube channel, which include the increased mouth noises and specific items. Like I would never, like I said, I haven't had Wendy's since 2008. The last time I was at a Wendy's, it was I had to just make like a lunch trip in Virginia for work, and it happened to be like on the way from my house to my work was the closest fast food was Wendy's. And that's the last time I've ever eaten there because the burger that I did order, the cheese was so sloppy and melted all over it that I didn't know if that was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like it I couldn't tell if like an employee fucked with my burger. And so I you do something like that to me and I'm out. Like I'm never going to order from any of your restaurants like ever again. So I haven't been there. I am from Austria. We don't have such fast food places here. Well, that's good for you. You probably also have a thinner population than we do here in the States, and they do in Kuwait and they do in Canada, right? So, because we have fast food, we have fatter people, right? But yeah, I haven't eaten there. And the other one that got mentioned the other day was Domino's. I think she said she doesn't eat there anymore, but it's because of the boycott. Although she's not really boycotting all of the businesses that are on the list of, I guess it's like a list of businesses that are supporting Israel, right? Against the actions in Gaza Strip, right? I try not to get into that bullshit. But I have not ordered from Domino's since 2001. And that's because the last pizza I ordered from Domino's arrived cold and uncut. It wasn't, it wasn't even cut. I often think when Foodie Beauty were on vacation here, she would not survive. We walk a lot to places, etc. Well, she might, because you probably do have handicap accessibility, right? Like, I I actually probably have more issues with walking than she does. I think she hams it up a lot, you know. Um, Despite the fact that she is a very large woman and balancing all that weight, I have nerve damage and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's really difficult for me to walk. I would imagine that you probably have some handicap accessibility that would make it possible for people to get around. Um, but I don't know. I can't speak for you about Austria. You know, a funny little side story. My grandfather, throughout my youth, told me that we were Austrian. So I believed this, you know, throughout my entire youth. In fact, my sixth grade project, you had to pick a country. I picked Austria. And for the potluck thing, I brought in Austrian tea cakes. I did my genealogy in the early aughts. Not a damn person was from Austria. They were none of them were from Austria. They were all from what's it called? The Black Sea up by Germany. They were all German. They were all German. Like I don't know where that it might have been a female line that because the female lines are harder to trace, but I have no idea where that came from. That oh yes, we're Austrian. Oh really? Are we? We're Austrian? Okay. Apparently not. But anyway, so yeah, she has another fetish video out this morning, and it's pretty gross. Let's see if I don't know how long she's gonna last. I think she'll probably put out a rager pretty soon because she's gonna get mad that people are not gonna be responsive to this new format at all. You know, it's fucking gross. It's so disgusting. It's so sick, you guys. I mean, you could take a look if if you don't want to click on her directly. I believe where I think it was Piggy or it was one of those other React channels that I saw it on, and I watched it over there, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "I can't cover this. I'm not putting this bullshit on my channel." Fuck's sake! Oh my god. Well, anyway, it's Saturday, and I'm still waiting for the cloud cover to burn off again. I think it's supposed to be slightly cooler today, which is not great for me, right? And my leg situation. But who knows? Maybe I'll be able to get something done. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mrs. Mara. I watch FFG almost every day. I love Frenchie. She's hilarious, you know. And I was watching that stream where she covered the 3 hour rage the other day. You know, because like I dropped in there, hey, I got my PF Chang's to watch your stream, and the very next day, Foodie did a Chinese Filipino mukbang. Very next day. Funny how it's like she obsessively is watching us, you guys. Um, Fucking chili cheese fries. That's not even what I said, Foodie. Come on. Cincinnati chili doesn't even taste like the kind of chili you would get at Wendy's. It has like cinnamon in it, and it has a lot of different spices, and it's a completely different flavor than the type of chili that you would get like in Texas or other parts of the country. Like the East Coast chili is a totally different style of chili. And they lay it over spaghetti and they put cheese and onions on it. And you eat it up like that. That's four-way chili. She's so uncultured. She's always saying that us Americans and her contacts in Canada and stuff are we're all uncultured swine. Yet this person who is trying to represent herself as a food connoisseur has no fucking clue. She hasn't really eaten anything. She hasn't really tried anything, you guys. Seriously. I mean, talk to me when you've had some blue crabs with, the bay, what is it called? The bay powder on it. By the way, there's a special way to pop them open. My boyfriend, here's another funny story for you guys. So, my mom came out for like a teacher convention or something, and we decided to go up to Baltimore to go to a ball game. And before the game started, we went to this restaurant that did like buckets of blue crab. So my son, my mom, and me were all sitting there trying to figure out how to get these crabs peeled, like get to the meat inside Well, David is just pound my ex-boyfriend, David, he is just pounding down these crabs and we're like, "What the fuck are you doing? How are you getting through and he's like, "Oh, all you have to do is push this one spot on the back." You have to just push this one spot on the back of the crab and it'll pop right open. Well, thanks for telling all of us from California, bitch. What a dick. We sat there for 45 minutes trying to figure out how to eat those goddamn blue crabs. And I think the three of us only had one apiece. He had like eight. He had like fucking eight crabs. This is another reason we're not together anymore. Being real. Anyhow, um, I think I'm gonna run and try and do some errands and stuff. It hasn't burned off yet though, and I always kind of just like putz around until the cloud cover burns off because it's so difficult for me to move. You know, it's hard for me to move my legs. And that's another thing. Like I was telling, I wrote something to Rose Thorn Reacts the other day that, people were talking about how Foodie had Salah help her up a curb on that video she did with the towers and the park, right? And I'm like, well, you do know that like every single time I go out to karaoke, I get helped on stage. Every single time. You can look at any one of my karaoke videos and the DJ helps me on stage. I have also done a lecture about etiquette and how he has none. The fact that he was filming her falling on the stairs rather than walking behind her to assist her, because that's how male etiquette is supposed to be. When you go upstairs, you're supposed to walk behind your woman. When you go downstairs, you're supposed to walk in front of your woman. And this is in case she trips or falls or whatever, you can be there to assist her and break her fall, right? I also talked about how um, the male is supposed to walk on the outside of the sidewalk when you're moving through, you're walking on sidewalks. The woman is supposed to be on the inside, the male is supposed to be on the outside. This is basic etiquette. And when you go to restaurants, you're supposed to have the woman seated facing towards to view like the interior of the restaurant and the man facing her so that there are no wandering eyes, so that he is completely focused on her the entire time. These were some things that I mentioned on one of my very recent live streams. So we saw a little bit more etiquette in that other video. Helping her up the curb. He still doesn't really know how to do it though. Like putting his hand on her back while he's trying to get her across the street in time because it's Kuwait and they're not really stopping for the crosswalk and they're trying to get across this fairly large street. But he's just like, he just put his hand on her. Um, I don't know that would have, I think it probably would have been better to have your hand around her waist and maybe an arm free to flag drivers, right? Because obviously, if somebody is a slow walker, um, like I am, you want to be able to flag people down and indicate that, this person's going to take a little bit longer to get across the street than you're expecting. Like, we're not going to be able to run. Running is not a possibility for us. Um, Anywho, all right, so I'm gonna let y'all go. The morning doves are swarming me this morning. Oh, by the way, did you guys see her thing recently where she did this? That comes for me as well because I was just talking about the morning doves on one of my just talking about the morning doves on one of my streams, and I said they are mourning. They're not like mourning, like in the morning, getting up, and having coffee or something like that. They are mourning doves. And she literally did that on one of her fucking live streams, like within a day or two, you guys. I can't. Hilarious. That's so funny. Well, if you're gonna keep lifting shit off my channel, Chantel, you better say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Better say my name. You said Pulpy Syntax's name, and the very next day, he gave timestamps on when you made violent threats against FFG. So, good on you. I know you don't like women, though, right? You don't like women, so there's that. Okay, kids. Y'all have a happy Saturday. Let's see if there's anything I can react to. I am not reacting to the fucking Wendy's mukbang. That's dumb as hell. Who the hell wants to watch somebody eating Wendy's? Like, I mean, why would you want to watch? Oh, I have a single patty Dave's burger. And that was one of her worst fucking mukbangs ever, you guys. It's pretty bad. All right, take care.